are talking about 3 rock star tips for hiring your dream VA. I have hired more VAs than you can count. I have a great team of virtual assistants working with me. Someone had asked me a question the other day and asked if I could drop a training about hiring your dream VA. So I'm going to give y'all some little nuggets today so that you guys can have some great tips on getting some awesome people on your team. Okay, this lifestyle of this laptop lifestyle of being able to travel, being able to work from any location in the world is a freedom lifestyle. It's all about freedom. Most entrepreneurs, a couple of the most common reasons I hear that they want to start their own businesses for their family so that they can support their family. They also want to start their own business because of the freedom lifestyle that it provides for them. So you really want to ask yourself, okay, if I am working from home and I'm working my own business, do I have that freedom? Do I have that time that I dreamed of having? Or am I busy all the time, doing tedious work, doing busy work 24 to 48 hours a day? You want to ask yourself that. And one of the things that can give you the freedom that you want and need is by building out your rock star team who can really, really, really support you in your business and make more time for you and your family and to focus on where it counts, which is your creativity. So that's what we're talking about today, guys. If you don't know me yet, my name is Dallas Gordon, ecomcashqueen.com. I'm an expert business coach and motivational speaker. I help entrepreneurs like yourself to elevate and operate at peak performance. I also help business owners to dominate traffic, sales, and conversions online. So welcome into Q&A with the Queen. I think this is like number 4 or something like that. I can't remember, y'all. I lost count. But let's jump on in and get started. Hiring your dream VA. What does that process look like? Okay. I can tell you guys some real horror stories when it comes to hiring VAs, and I can tell you guys some success stories. So I do have some good experience with vetting these people out and getting the good ones in there working for you. Okay, so number 1 is know your process. And that is the foundational step to finding your dream VA is knowing your process. Guys, if you do not know your process from start to finish, if you can't close your eyes and do your process in your sleep, I'm sorry to tell you that it's going to be very, very hard for you to hire your dream VA because, okay, if you don't know your process, guys, from start to finish, welcome in, guys. If you don't know it from start to finish, it's going to be very hard to duplicate yourself and to teach someone else what your process is. There is nothing worse than not knowing your own process and then hiring someone else to do something for you that you have not even ever done for yourself. I'm not talking about graphic design, logos, small things like that, web design. I'm not talking about that. I'm not saying that you have to be a web designer and then go hire a web designer. I'm not saying that you have to design your own logo first. Not that kind of stuff. What I'm saying is that a virtual assistant, someone who is going to assist you in your day-to-day activities, if you don't have your day-to-day activities written down and know what your processes are, it's very hard to pass that information off to somebody else. So as you guys are coming in live this morning, drop me a comment below. Let me know where you're coming in from, guys. Thank you so much for coming in. So I have some students who are like, I just want somebody to do this for me. I just want somebody to work for me. And when I say, okay, what does your day look like? They're like, well, some days, I do this, and then, I don't really know because sometimes I get distracted. You have to know your process. What are your processes? What are the things, okay, that you're doing that are really bringing in profit? What are the tasks that are really putting you in better position to bring in more profit? You want to know what those tasks are. And if you don't know, that's what you want to work on, making a list of, okay, what could a personal assistant take off of my plate? Thanks for that love, Lorvel. So that I can be more productive. If you don't know what those activities are, guys, it's going to be really hard to duplicate yourself into someone else. Okay. So number 1 is going to know your process. Some people delegate prior to knowing their own process, and that's a problem. Okay. So, And let me not leave this out. The real reason, thanks Lord Val for putting that in there, that you don't want to hire someone as your assistant without knowing your process is because no one is promised to you. That person could quit today, or something could happen where that person can't work for you anymore, and they leave you holding the bag, and you don't know what's inside that bag. You don't know how to operate your own business. You don't know the ins and outs of your own business, so you could risk losing your business by giving your power completely over to an assistant who knows everything and you know nothing. So you don't want that to happen. If you have to pick up your business today and run it yourself until you find someone else, you should be able to do that. Okay. So number 2, test. Somebody type in there, test, and test again. Okay. Do not just take someone's word for especially when it comes to a personal assistant, because they say they've worked for this one and that one, and they know how to do A, B, and C. You're going to waste your time just hiring off somebody who says, thank you. Thank you, Boo, for putting that in there. You don't want to go off and hire somebody who just says that they know how to do A, B, and C. Like when you go on a job, they want to test your skills. They want to test your knowledge. You go on an interview, they may give you some tasks. They may give you some tasks and see how you do. I mean, I've been on plenty of jobs where they put me on a test on a computer. They want to know my knowledge before they sign me up for payroll. They want to know they want to test my knowledge and know that I really know what I'm doing before I come and work on their team. Do not waste time. Every VA can say that they know what they're doing. Matter of fact, when you put a job out there on Upwork, which is my favorite, or some of these other sites, some of these assistants can copy and paste someone else's description. Or they can go to Google and copy, what it should sound like. And if you don't start to have conversations with them and start to actually test what they know, you're not going to know. So typically what I do, guys, and I plan on doing that today because I'm in the process of hiring on another person. What you can do is develop a task list for them, which kind of is an overview of everything that you're going to need for them to do. So for instance, write a blog post, edit a video, schedule a Facebook post, join in on my live broadcast and invite, download my Facebook video and edit my video. So whatever the little task that you're going to be giving them, do an overview test. And tell them they have a couple days to get it done. Give them a list of things to do and have them to demonstrate how fast they work, how quickly they work, how are they able to meet the first deadline that you ever give them, and how efficiently they're able to get it done. Have them to demonstrate for you, so that way you're not just taking someone's word for it, hiring them. They don't do what they said. Matter of fact, they're not even available during your work hours. Then you have to fire them. Then you go to the next person. Same thing. You want to test these people out before you just put them up on your payroll. Thanks so much, Lord Val, for putting that stuff in there for me. So number 3, guys, once you hire them, do not expect them to know. Now, this is something that I used to do. I was getting in my own way by expecting my VAs, my assistants, the people who work for me to just know what I wanted. I was too lazy, and I would tell myself I was too busy, but honestly, I was too lazy to train them. It does take time when you have to hire on a new person into your business. It does take time. I was too lazy, guys, to sit and train them. So I was getting in my own way. So if you have assistants working for you right now who possibly, guys, are not doing a great job, the first thing that I really want you to do is look at yourself. Have you trained them? Have you put together? And one of the easiest ways that I like to train assistants is by videos. Demonstration. I will demonstrate for them how I do a task, and then I will send them the training video, the instructions. I will talk with them. You can get on a Skype call with them if you need to and say, hey, do you understand my instructions? Do you have any questions? Now, at that point, if they screw it up, that's on them. But have you properly trained them? Don't assume they know anything. For instance, I hired someone to list eBay products for me. This guy had been listing products for other entrepreneurs, other business owners who had eBay businesses. I interviewed him. Everything that he was saying was what I wanted to hear, guys. And welcome into all my newcomers. Say hello to me in the comments. I expected him, guys, to know everything. However, okay, he didn't. He didn't know how to research the products according to my expectations. So how, even though that person may be knowledgeable in that specific area, it doesn't mean that they are going to know, guys, exactly how you want it done. So don't expect them to know. You have to train them and you have to take the time. And when you're onboarding a new person, it always takes time. And I want to give you guys a bonus tip today. Thanks so much, Lorvel. The bonus tip this morning, guys, is if it isn't working, let it go. Real talk, right? If it isn't working, let it go. Do not become emotionally attached to people who work for you. I have been here and I have done that, and I'm passing you that nugget today. Remember the relationship. And if it isn't working, let it go. If you find yourself spending more time supervising this person's work than you're spending focusing on the reason why you hire them in the first place. So my reason for hiring assistants is to do the administrative work and the task so that I can be busy with my creative stuff. So I can focus on creating, so that I can focus on my clients, so that I can have time left over in the evening to focus on family and things I need to do at home. If I am spending that free time, I'm paying you though, but I'm spending that free time focusing on supervising you. After you've done this task a million times, I shouldn't have to supervise you anymore. I'm worried about your errors, all of that kind of stuff, guys. If this is your situation, you would be better off. You'll save yourself some time and money just cutting the cord and letting that person go. You would be more efficient doing the work yourself until you hire someone new. So I've had to learn that the hard way. So that's just a little bonus tip. So once again, guys, today we talked about 3 tips and a bonus tip for hiring your dream VA, guys. Just a few nuggets. If you want more information like this, definitely be sure to sign up for my launch, Profit Freedom Tribers Academy and Mastermind. It is launching soon, guys. You want to be in place to jump in when I open up. bit.ly/PFT-launch. Sign up for free to get updates. The link is below. Be sure to follow me across all my social media accounts at Ecom Cash Queen. Also join the Ecom Profit Tribe, which is my free Facebook group, to also get more information like this and to be around like-minded entrepreneurs on Facebook. So be blessed, you guys. Don't forget everything that you put your hands to shall prosper. I want you guys to make this day just as beautiful as you are. Thank you so much for joining in. Thanks, Lorvel. Thanks, Shantae. Thanks, Janine. You guys are rock stars. I will see you all next time. Bye.